I was wondering if you might be able to share some of that healing versus disease management. I don't know if you could share a unique patient case or two utilizing maybe Chinese medicine or European medicine. You got a couple patient cases in mind that you could maybe kind of talk about the healing versus disease management?
Yeah, sure. I mean, there's definitely a lot of patients that come to mind because it's basically everyone that walks in this door, right?
Nice.
Is on multiple, drugs and multiple pharmaceuticals that are managing their disease that they require for the rest of their life. And that is, of course, the disease management. That is a treating type of thing. We are treating your disease. And it is not really there. It's there, but it's not coming out, right? We're minimizing it. We're keeping everything baseline as long as you keep taking this pill. But in reality, it's there. You're receiving a treatment every single day that's having some sort of effect, residual effect and side effect over the long term. You're probably going to need more over the long term. You'll probably need something else to deal with the side effects of what you're taking here. And that's been the approach of most of medicine is to just treat something that way and keep you on a lifelong progress and never truly address the root cause. But once you go into this idea of we want to heal you, and it's really not even we want to heal you. We want to allow your body to do what it does, which is self-healing. It's, again, always doing this itself. It has miraculous, systems, whether it's the immune system or other systems that are always healing you and keeping you in homeostasis. And so once you are able to do that, once you're able to start to even tweak things in the body to where it's normally functioning, usually you'll taper off. So we had a hypertensive patient in here, 20 years on hypertensive drugs. And it came up that, there were three main factors: stress, oxidative stress going on. Number two was high toxicity levels. So they had high heavy metals, mercury especially. And number three, they had multiple pathogens, EBV, GR, these are things you see. Now you can mix and match these because every patient has a little bit different, but it is unfortunate that so many people walk around with pathogens that are sapping them of energy, that are impacting their immune system, impacting neurological, impacting GI, and that you just live with it. And you kind of, as a society sometimes lives with criminals in the system. Sometimes it gets a little rampant, right? And things get bad. And you have to kind of up the police levels or do something about it. And the police are basically our immune system. Or sometimes it's very low and things go very well and you feel safe to leave your doors open, walk around, and it's a much lighter feeling. The same thing goes on in the body. And as long as you're just medicating that and not addressing it, it's going to continue slowly getting worse, actually, right? So you're never truly addressing it, and those things get. So by addressing those three simply, doing some antimicrobial type therapies, improving the function of the organs of detoxification, right? And those could be simple things. And again, all personalized from European biological medicines that help stimulate, so oral, or you could do IVs as well. And then you do some chelation after that once those organs of elimination are ready to push out. So you chelate those mercury, it gets pushed out, gets excreted. And then you address, the final factor of stress. You could do different types of neuroemotional techniques. You could do stress reduction and breathing even. You could do biofeedback therapy, all these things that start to address that. But mainly, it's on the patient to do those things as well. If they're in a stressful environment at work, it's got to change somewhat. And once you address those, you start to see, and you'll be monitoring that the need for pharmaceutical intervention or treatment is not required and tapers off. And the body adjusts and it gets into the self-healing status. It's almost like a supply and demand curve, right? As treatment is not necessary, self-healing kind of goes up, and that's where you want to be. You want to be in a place where healing is there. You're always self-healing. Your body is optimized and functioning properly to take on anything really that comes its way. Every once in a while, it will go out of homeostasis, right? And that you might need some small treatments or some small healing solutions to push it back in the right direction.
Right.
But that's really the difference. And I think there's, wonderful people like David Hawkins used to write a lot about this, about power versus force, about the difference of treating versus healing. In one, it's more about this self-elicited response that gets you into a higher state. The other, it's more like this sweeping under the rug that keeps you there. It's just managing that. It's giving you the crutches and the Band-Aids, but you're still having these wounds and injuries in a sense.